Hello, I'm Mandy Cameron and I'm here today to show you how to do some knooking. Now this is a cross between crochet and knitting and it's very useful for beginners or for those trying to make the transition from knitting to crochet and crochet to knitting. The crochet hook is the same, however it does have a hole in the end to pull this cord through. And there's another one, slightly different hole, does the same job. Okay. So once this cord is put through, you would then join your yarn with a slip knot first, and you hold it like you are crocheting, and you do, for this purpose I'll just do 12 chain, and you just yarn over the hook through the stitch. If you have trouble holding your yarn like this, you can literally hold it as long as you put it round the hook through the stitch, round the hook through the stitch. It's really how you feel comfortable, and if you're making that transition, then that might be the better way for you. Okay, so I'm just going to use these amount of stitches to start with, and I'm going to pick up and do my first row. And the way I do that is I turn those V's over, because that is the front side, to the back, and you'll see some straight running stitches. So to start your first row, the stitch on your nook is your first stitch. So then you'd go into the straight bar, the second of the straight bars, put your yarn around your nook, pull it through that stitch and leave it on your hook. You go through the next stitch. It's always hardest from the chain. Run round the hook and pull it through. Leave it on your hook. We do that all the way along until you've picked up each of the stitches. The size of the nook and the thickness of the yarn is the same as it would be with knitting and crochet. So 4mm hook would be a double knit yarn. In picking up the bar like this at the back, it leaves you with a very nice edge of V's. So if you were doing a square, you would get the same edge at the top for casting off as you have at the bottom casting on. I'll just finish picking up all these stitches. I should have chained a little looser to make it easier. There we go, as I go along. Just keeping these stitches on my hook. It doesn't matter if they do actually fall off the end onto the cord, because that's where they're going to go anyway. And that will happen if you have more than, 20 or 30 stitches. Okay, so I've picked up all my stitches there, and I'm literally going to push them off the end and onto the cord. I'm going to bring the cord through so that the end comes through as well. Turn the work so the wrong side is facing me, and I'm going to do a knit stitch to give me that garter stitch effect. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm literally just going to pick up that stitch, engage the yarn and pull it through. Next one, engage the yarn, pull it through. I'm now going to continue the next row with the garter stitch, the knit stitch, and for this knit stitch you always have to have your working yarn behind the stitches there. So I'm going to go in the right side of the stitch, out through the left, engaging the yarn over and just pulling it through the stitch. The same for the next one, in the right, out the left, engaging the yarn and pulling it through. And again, you leave all the stitches on the nook. It doesn't matter if your cord is above or below your stitches. You'll be pulling it through anyway when you get to the end of the row, and it will pucker up a bit, but that's not a problem. If it gets in your way, just tighten it up by pulling it through. So in through the right, out through the left, engage your yarn, pull it through the stitch. Just going to do that all the way along. Like I said before, if you want to hold it like this, let go, yarn round, pull it through, then you can do it that way as well. Knitters would probably do that. Last stitch, there we go. So what we're doing now, we're going to pull that cord through the stitches and then push the stitches back onto the cord. Then we're going to turn the work and we'll start our next row. Again, knit stitch, so the yarn goes to the back of the work, pick up your stitches, right to left, engage your yarn and pull it through. There we go, it's as easy as that. If you continue this row by row, this will give you the garter stitch effect, like this.